YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today's project is to take a look at our brand new hydraulic lift cart that was sent to us and was delivered, I want to say, a few days ago. And of course, it was made in China. So we've been looking to get one of these for a while because we're always working on either like a pressure washer or sometimes a trash pump. You know, things that are kind of heavy, kind of bulky. You really need two people to move around. And you know, you can do it with one person, but it's easier with two, and there's not always two people here to do it. So, you know, you're kind of struggling. You lift the thing up, put it on the bench, work on it, and then, you know, take it back off. So I thought, you know, if we got ourselves one of these little lift carts, we could, you know, put it on the lift cart and we could jack it up. We could use the lift cart as a work table. We could move it into a pickup truck if we needed to unload it, or we could even, you know, put it on the workbench, you know, lifting it, you know, maybe 2 or 3, 4 inches rather than, you know, lifting it from the ground up. So it finally came. We got it shipped over from China, and we thought we'd try it out today and do a little bit of a review on it. It lifts, I think, to about 31 or 32 inches. Some of them will lift even higher. They go 36 or 39. So this doesn't lift it super high, but it's rated for 1,100 pounds. So it's got a little rubber mat on it, so hopefully things won't slide off the metal top. And yeah, we'll see how it works. All right, so it's got this handle on here, which I guess you can use either by hand or with your foot. We'll try it by hand. See how this thing goes up. Well, it certainly pumps easy enough. Sure, if there's some weight on it, it'd be a little bit harder, but that's why we'd be using our foot. The metal on it, on the frame itself, looks more to be anywhere from an 1/8 to a 1/16 of an inch. It's rated for 1,100 pounds, but it doesn't seem super heavy duty lifting that kind of weight. And that's it. It's all the way up. So it measures, let's see, yeah, a little under 32 inches. A pretty good guess. And width-wise, it's about 19 and a half, 19 3/4. Length, a little about 31 and a half. All right, so not a super huge cart, but one that hopefully will lift, says up to 1,100 pounds. We're not going to put 1,100 pounds on that thing. I wouldn't trust 1,100 pounds, I don't think, on that. Just because of the heavy duty nature of it, or lack thereof, of its steel frame, but that's what it's rated for. Let's see if we can put something fairly heavy on it, how it handles it. Let's try our trash pump, what I was talking about. Oh, nice. Fits on there just right. Be a good little workstation. Now, it's not super heavy. I mean, you know, I could pick it up and put it on a bench if I wanted to. It's just kind of bulky. It's easier with 2 people. Well, let's try the little foot pump here with this thing. You know, you can definitely work on this easy enough. Access everything you want to access there. You know, get in here. And it's all right. So far, I'm happy with that. Let's see how it is if you're like sitting on a stool. All right, this is stool height. Oh yeah, this is nice. Work on it. See how it is when you roll it around. More stable than I thought it was going to be. Got a little bit of rock to it. It's also got locking wheels on one side, which is nice. But yeah, that seems okay. Now to release it, you just squeeze this handle, and she should begin to drop down. But it's dropping. That's for sure. Guess I wonder if that can be adjusted. Seems awful slow. I think it needs to have an adjustment made. If you look down there, right down there, that's the cable where it hooks. There's an adjusting nut right there, so you can pull it back further. Because this doesn't move an awful lot. Let's put a wrench on that, see if we can adjust it a little bit. Okay, I made an adjustment. It's going down a little bit faster. Well, yeah. I think it's going to work out good. I think this is going to be helpful. It's going to make it a lot easier to work on some of our smaller equipment. So it's going. I mean, even with one person, just make it easier to load and unload. Let's try something a little bit heavier. All right, well, it lifted it up. I'll tell you one thing, you definitely want to make sure your weight is centered on that little stand so it doesn't flip over. And like I said, that's probably somewhere between, I'm going to say 250 and 300 pounds. I mean, just in mortar and concrete, I know I've got close to 240 pounds. So as long as you have that centered. Don't know about moving it at this height. It rolls okay. Again, you know, I mean, I wouldn't, you know, make sure that weight is centered. That's for sure. But I mean, we make a fair number of these columns, and I'll tell you, that's going to make putting your veneer stone on at this height versus, you know, another 31, 32 inches on the ground. It's going to be a back saver, that's for sure. So that's pretty decent. I think that's going to work out well for our veneer stone applications. Now it's going to gain weight when you start putting stone on there. I mean, I think these monuments, when we complete them, and there's a couple videos we're doing or have done on how we make these, but I'm going to say they probably weigh in the neighborhood of 600 to 700 pounds. Which again, this is rated for 1100, so it should handle it no problem. Let's see how it does when as far as lowering this down. Whoa. Is that going forward?
Looks like it moved a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah.
Didn't lift up though. She's coming down. Yeah, I think the key to this, any really heavy loads, is making sure it is centered. This could probably have gone back a little bit more towards the handle to make sure it's like perfectly centered. It did look like it shifted a little bit towards the front when it first started to lower. And more weight you get on there, the better. But yeah, I think overall, I mean, I think it's going to be decent. You know, time will tell how it holds up. But I don't think we're gonna have anything on here heavier than 600 pounds, 600 to 700 pounds. And we'll do a video. We're gonna do a video anyway of this particular monument being constructed and having the veneer stone put on it. So we'll be videoing that. But overall, I don't think it was a bad purchase. I think we paid somewhere in the neighborhood of $300 for this cart, which was one of the less expensive. It wasn't the least expensive, but it was one of the lesser expensive units. And I don't know, when you're looking to buy a hydraulic lift cart to lift heavy things, probably cheaping out on it is not the best thing to do. But so we kind of went middle of the road. We didn't go with the most expensive. We didn't go with the cheapest. And we'll see how it turns out. But so far, so good. So hey, I hope you liked the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe. We really appreciate that. We're starting to grow more, and the more subscribers we get, the more we can do. So until next time, we'll see you later.